Hello friends, good morning all. Today we are going to study a new lesson in our EVS chapter number 10, very far, a little far. Okay, this chapter is very interesting one because most of the points related with this chapter you have already know, or we can say you are very familiar with each and every points of this chapter. Okay, in the olden times we used some materials or some particular things to convey messages or to convey our communications with one person to another. You know that which were the materials used by your parents or grandparents in the olden times. But at present, the condition is totally changed. Now you know which are the newly used machines or methods to convey messages from one person to another person, or from one place to another place, or from one country to another country, etc. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to study the different methods or different ways that we used in the past and we are using in the present to convey messages. Okay, so first of all we can study what were the ideas or methods used in the past for sending communication. Okay, nowadays there is no difference or there is no distance between countries, or there is no distance from one place to another, because everything is in the tip of our fingers. That is the change took place in the present modern communication facilities. Okay, then all of you take your textbook, then all of you open page number 108. Then look here. Here you can see a bird. What's the name of this bird? Yes, very good. It's pigeon. Okay. You know that pigeon was used in the olden times to send messages or to send letters from one place to another. So before that pigeons were given some special or particular training to send or to take letters from one place to another. Okay, so which was the important idea or method used to send or to communicate each other used in the olden times? First one, you please note that first one, pigeon. Okay, so please note first one, pigeons. It's a particular trained pigeons, not used all pigeons, but before that some pigeons were getting or given some special training, and on the basis of that training pigeons were ready to take letters or to collect information from one people to another or from one place to another. Okay, and these pigeons were used especially in the war time. You know that war condition it's not possible to give messages or to reach messages from one place to another easily. So during that time pigeons were very helpful. Okay, then another important ideas used in the past or in the olden times to convey messages were, all of you take your textbook once again. Then you can see first one method Perumbara, next method Dudan, next method Anjalotakaran. Okay, so that name also you please study Perumbara, then Dudan, next Anjalotakaran. Okay, please note the name. Firstly, in olden times, people used pigeons, trained pigeons to convey messages. Then, likewise, Perumbara, then Dudan, this Anjalotakaran were also used for sending messages from one place to another. So, do you know what is the Perumbara? It is especially used by the kings to convey their messages or to convey their proclamations. Proclamation means vilamban. Okay, the words of the king to its subjects in different parts of his kingdom. So, king asked some soldiers or a small group of soldiers to go different parts of kingdom or different parts of that particular country, and that people reach in some particular place and they use Perumbara. It's a instrument and it can make high sound. So the soldiers beat that perimbara, then it creates a heavy sound or loud sound. So by hearing the sound, the local people or the village people, they come and gather near and around that particular place. Then after that, one of the soldiers read the words or the proclamation of the king. Then the common people can understand what was the words or what was the policy implemented by the king or going to implement by the king in his own country, or what are the important urgent messages from the king towards his subjects. Okay, that system is known as what? Perimbara. Okay, so perimbara is a drum model instrument, and by hearing that particular instrument, loud noise comes. So common people come there and they hear from the words of the soldiers. Okay, so that is perimbara method. Then next one, Dudan. You know that in the olden times, people write some particular messages on palm leaf. Please note that palm leaf means panayola. Palm means pana. Okay, palm leaf. Then another instrument used during this time to write is that silk cloth. Silk cloth. Okay. Then one more method is used to write, or one more object is used to write a message is that copper plate. Okay, now you just remember the name or the object's name, that particular things used to write messages in the olden times. So first one palm leaf, second one silk cloth, and third one copper plate. The more ideas about this points you will study in your higher classes. Okay, during that time there was not paper used to write letters as in the present. Okay, so king or some heavy nobles, they write their messages either palm leaf or silk cloth or copper plate, and they give that particular letter or that particular message to a particular person or a particular soldier or any one member in his office or in his court. Then that person by walking to different places and they convey that message to particular king or particular place. Okay, so that system is known as, or that is known as Dudan. So perimbara you studied now, then Dudan also you have got the idea. Then next one, Anjalotakaran. You know that Anjalotakaran. Anjalotakaran is running, that means he is speaking speedily to convey his message from one place to another, and in his hand there is a stick, and in that stick there is a bell. Then when this person is running, that means walking speedily, the sound of the bell is hearing, then people come and ask you, why are you running, what is the new message? Okay, then that person convey the message to one people or one person, and the message is spreading from person to person. Clear? So these are the different ideas used in the past to convey messages from one person to another. So which were the ideas? Pigeons were used, then perimbara, then Dudan, then Anjalotakaran. Have you got the point? So these are the methods used in the past to convey the messages. Okay, then now we can study another important point. So again you take page number 109. All of you look here. Here you can see one picture. What is this? Yes, what's that? Post box. Okay, then we use post box or post office for what? To write our letter and we post into that particular box. Then the postman takes that letter and delivers it to different people by looking the address. You know that. Okay, and in the present we were not used to pigeons, or we were not used to perimbara, or there is no Anjalotakaran, there is no Dudan, etc. So instead of that we are using different types of modern communication facilities. Then please say which are the important methods or ideas we use to convey messages at present. Or if you say which are they? Yes, what's that? First one, okay, letter. We can write letter. Letter. Then, next one, yes, very good. Mobile phone. Mobile phone. Then, we get information from different parts of the world. So many instruments we use at present. Which are they? What's that? Yes, radio. Radio. Then, next one. Yes, TV. Next one. What's that? Computer. Clear. Computer. Okay, so many instruments or so many technologies we use at present for what? To say message or to spread our messages or to convey our messages from one place to another or from one country to another, etc. Okay, so you please note which are the important ideologies or which are the important techniques or ideas we use in the present to convey our messages. So many examples are there, and some of them letter. In some cases we write letter to convey our message from one person to another, but letter is very rare now. Now most of the people are using mobile phone or computer. Okay, then next one radio, next one TV, then next one computer, then telegraphy was also used. Telegraph. Now telegraph is used very rare. That in post office you can see telegraph in machine. In the olden times telegraph was used to send a message from one person or from one place to another. Okay, telegraph was used, but at present most of the people we are not at all ready to use telegraph. Okay, so so many changes took place in the field of communication facilities at present. Okay, then you can see so many instruments that we used in the past to convey our messages, and some of them you can see in the present time also. Okay, then which are they? First one, so many pictures you can see. TV is there, then telegraph is there, mobile phone is there, then radio is there, fans is there, etc. Okay, by looking that picture you can see so many instruments we use to convey our messages from one place to another. Clear? Then next we are going to study the difference between or the different types of instruments we used in the past and in the present. Then page number 110, you please take, you can see two boxes here. In the first box you can see the instruments we used in the past, and the second box you have to complete what we use in the present time. Okay, so first one we can write radio. Now also we use radio, but the number of people who use radio is very less in the present time. But in the olden time, most of the people they are using radio to get information from different parts of the world, different parts of the country. Okay, so instead of radio, presently we use TV, television. Now I think some of your house there is radio, but we not at all ready to use that radio because we are very much interested to hear and to see the programs in our television. Okay, so instead of radio, in the present time we are using what? TV. Then next one you can see that is another point in your textbook, that is letter. Letter is also we are using very less in the present time, but in the past letter was used to a number of people. Okay, so today at present instead of letter we use another important thing. What's the name of that? Yes, what's that? Email. Okay, email. Email is used in the present time instead of letter. The next one, in the olden times people used telephone. Telephone. Then can you say what we use instead of telephone at the present time? Yes, what's that? Very good, mobile phone. Okay, so please write mobile phone. Mobile phone. Please complete this in your textbook. Okay, so radio, instead of radio we are using television, then instead of letter we are using email at present, and next one instead of telephone we are using mobile phone. Clear? Please note the points. Okay. Now we can classify this means of communication into two sections. Now we discussed a lot of means of communication: radio, television, mobile phone, internet, fax, telegraph, etc. All types of means of communication we discussed, and we can classify these different types of means of communication into two categories. Can you say which are they? No idea. Okay. Then listen here. First one, mass media. First one, mass media. Next one, individual. That means the media that give information only one individual. That means it is not mass media. Then before studying this, you have got an idea about mass media. What is the meaning of mass? Anybody know? Mass media. Anybody know the meaning? Mass means a lot of people or a group of people. So mass media providing information to a group of people at the same time. But some other instruments that give ideas only to one individual or one or two individuals. Clear? So, what is the examples of mass media? Can you say now? That means when we operate that particular means of communication, we get, that means a lot of people get information at the same time. Can you say an example? Loudly say. What's that? Yes, radio. One example, radio. Then, yes, TV. Then every day morning you get something. What's that? Every day morning one person is coming to your house and he is giving some particular thing for you to get the day-to-day news. What's the name that? Yes, very good. Newspaper. Clear? Newspaper. Okay, so listen here. When we open a radio, suppose there are 20 people are sitting here in a particular shop and there is one radio. So the shopkeeper open or sit on that radio, then a news is coming from that radio. Then that 20 people can hear the sound of the news at the same time. Clear? So that is mass media. That means a lot of people can get the information at the same time. Okay, so in this shop there is 20 persons or 20 people, there are 20 people there, so they are hearing that news. Likewise, so many shops are there, or so many places are there, that people also, if they open that radio at the same time, they can also hear the same news at the same time. Clear? Then have you got the meaning of mass media? Mass media provides information to a group of people at the same time. Then if you open TV, you know that sometimes there is live program. Maybe football, cricket or any other important programs that is broadcasting from the part of a Prime Minister or any other great personalities. Then all people open the TV in their house to hear and to see the programs at the same time. That means live program. So TV also provides information to a large group of people. So we can say it's also the best example of mass media. The next one, newspaper. You know that a lot of newspaper is delivering in the morning. A lot of people are reading and they also collect information from different parts of the world at the same time. Clear? So these are the important means. They are providing information to a group of people. So we can call them as mass media. Clear? Then we can take another types of mass media. Communications or means of communication. That is, they provide information only to one individual. The best example, can you say? That means the means of communication that give information to only one person at the same time. ഒരേ സമയം ഒരാൾക്ക് മാത്രം മെസ്സേജ് കൊടുക്കുന്ന ഒരു മീൻസ് ഓഫ് കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷൻ. Can you say? Yes, what's that? Very good. Letter. Letter. Suppose I am writing a letter to my friend, and when that person gets that letter, he can read or she can read that letter. No other people cannot see that letter. If she or he is ready to share the ideas to other people, then only other people get what I have written to my friend. Clear? So, we can say letter is the best example of the means of communication that provide information to one individual. Clear? Another important means of communication that provide message to one individual is telephone. Telephone. Or we can say phone. Suppose you are now using mobile phone. So, you take your mobile phone and you call your friend. Then, that particular friend can hear what you are saying. Clear? So, we can say land phone or mobile phone is also the best example for communicating messages to one person or individually. Okay, in the case of letter, here also we can say mobile phone is also a mass media, but we can, if we are ready to hear the voice of our friend, then only other people can hear what our friend is calling or what our friend is telling to us. Okay, in most of the cases it's not possible. If we are calling one person, that person only hear what we are saying. Okay, so we can say telephone or mobile phone is the best example for sending messages to one individual. That means it is not a mass media. Then letter is also the best example for communicating messages to one individual. Then another one, email. Email. If I send one message to one of my best friend or any one person, that person can only open his email and get to my information. Clear? So, it is also, we can say, not a mass media. Clear? So, please note letter, telephone and email. The next one, fax is also another important example. Okay. If I send messages by using a fax system, the particular person to whom I send that message can see that message. So, it's also not a mass media. Clear? So, we can classify the means of communication into two. That means some medias or some ideas or some techniques we use to send or to spread our messages to a mass or to a group of people. Examples, radio, TV, newspaper. Clear? But in some other occasions, we send our messages to only one person only. It may be our friend or it may be our relative or any other people or any other person. But that person must be a single one. So such types of means of communications are first one letter, next one telephone, then next one email, fax, etc. Clear? So, today we discussed which were the means of communications used in the past to convey messages. Examples, first one, the olden times or ancient times people used to train the pigeons. Then rulers used Perumbara, Dudan, Anjalotakaran, etc. to send their messages from one place to another. Clear? Then we discussed which are the important means of communications we use at present. Radio is there, TV is there, email is there, computer is there, letter is there. So many examples, you know that. And all these means of communication that we use present, we can classify into two. That means some means of communication, they provide their ideas into a group of people at the same time. and some other means of communication through which we can convey our messages to individually, or we can say one person only. Clear? Now I am going to stop here. Next class we can study some more ideas about this means of communication. Okay, thank you.